Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and in honour of the 2024 series, today we're counting down our picks for the best dancers for Strictly's Movie Week.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Usually the third week of the competition, this theme has been nothing short of immensely popular since debuting in 2013. Number 10. You Give a Little Charleston, Claudia Fragapane and AJ Pritchard.
We could have been anything that we wanted to be.
Ask any British school drama club and they'll tell you can't go wrong with Bugsy Malone. Olympian Claudia Fragapane and pro dancer AJ Pritchard were very much aware of this fact too, and chose the musical's finale number, You Give a Little Love, for their Movie Week entry in 2016. Of course, for music that screams Americana, you need a style that fits like a boxing glove. Enter the Charleston. A perfect match to blend the high energy and catchy styles together. Sure, Bugsy and Tallulah being performed by adults is somehow ironically bizarre, but the dancing is top notch, earning all 9s from the 4 judges. Although they probably feared getting a custard pie to the face. Number 9. Wearing the Mask of Zorro for a Paso Doble, Danny Mac and Oti Mabuse. 2016's Movie Week was the gift that kept on giving for Strictly fans. Quite literally translated as double step, the Paso Doble is a quick, frenetic ballroom dance which doesn't just flare Latin, it screams España. Arguably, Danny Mac and Oti Mabuse may have brought more Spanish seasoning than the entire movie the routine is based on, The Mask of Zorro. Dancing to the late James Horner score for that film's own big dance scene, Danny donned the black mascara and gave a performance filled with twists and turns that would convince anyone that he was Don Diego de la Vega incarnate. Scoring quadruple 9s, he seemingly convinced the judges too. Look out, Antonio Banderas, we may have a new Zorro in town. Number 8. An American Smooth While Singing in the Rain, Ore Oduber and Joanne Clifton.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
It's often recounted that actor Gene Kelly filmed the iconic song and dance for 1952's Singin' in the Rain titular number in one go. Alas, sorry folks, that's an urban legend. We're not dismissing the original's brilliance, but what took Kelly, a renowned mover and shaker, 3 days of filming, Ore and Joanne achieved in one take.
Singing and dancing in the rain.
Sure, there's no rainfall in the studio, but they still impressed the judges, who awarded them 3 9s and an 8. Guess who gave that score? Surprisingly, even with 35 points, they weren't in the top 2. Our previous entries took those spots. But for many fans, this was the real winner that night, especially with that cheeky umbrella toss at the end. Number 7. Another American Smooth for My Fair Lady, Alexandra Burke and Gorka Marquez. We're swinging away from 2016 and smoothly into the following series. Although the style was the same, Alexandra Burke and Gorka Marquez left their own distinct mark on the American Smooth for their Movie Week performance. Is there any musical as gentle and nostalgic as My Fair Lady? Especially the number Wouldn't It Be Lovely, with its whimsical and bright melodies, allowing Alexandra and Gorka to give a swaying, shining and jolly performance. This entry is a bit of a cheat. Yes, the duo did perform it for Movie Week, ultimately placing second with 33 points from the judges. But for the final, this routine was the judges' pick and gave the maximum for it, 40 points. The pros even revisited it themselves, 6 years later. Number 6. A good and certainly not bad nor ugly Paso Doble, Bill Bailey and Oti Mabuse. If you considered Bill Bailey a novelty entrant before 2020's Movie Week, you certainly didn't afterwards. After his lackluster first performance, the 55-year-old comedian quick-stepped back in Week 2, placing joint second, but it was Week 3, their Paso Doble, that really showed viewers that Bailey was, to quote Craig Revel Horwood, Series 18's dark horse. While Ennio Morricone's iconic theme for the good, the bad and the ugly may apparently be an unusual choice to base a Paso Doble on, it is Bill Bailey after all, and it seems that what had been previously missing was the comic legend's individual kooky input. Of course, as a gifted musician, timing wasn't a problem. Bailey took the night and the series, becoming the oldest Strictly winner thus far. Number 5. Trolling a Cha-Cha-Cha, Aston Marigold and Jeanette Manrara.
We're flying up no ceiling when we're in our zone.
After Trolls was released in 2016, Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling was everywhere, including the 2017 series of Strictly Come Dancing, when JLS member Aston Marigold, with pro partner Jeanette Manrara, based their Movie Week performance on it. Despite the movie being an animation, they replicated the moment on the dance floor, bright blue leotards and all.
When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance.
The Cuban Cha-Cha-Cha was their style of choice, and it matched the up-tempo track perfectly. As much as the duo's fast footwork and hip-popping, it's no wonder then that Aston and Jeanette were top place that night, with 3 9s and an 8, giving them 35 points. Number 4. A jive worthy of Pulp Fiction, Jay McGuinness and Aliona Villani.
You can see that I'm dead, it's true, it's not a man of
When selecting a movie track to base a dance on, Pulp Fiction presents a problem. We all consider Dick Dale's surf guitar interpretation of Miserlou as its main theme, but then there's the movie's twist contest to Chuck Berry's You Never Can Tell, serving as an iconic moment. Luckily, the Wanted's Jay McGuinness and partner Aliona Villani made a smart move for their 2015 Movie Week routine, blend them all together. Take the Vega Wallace Jive and add both tracks. Of course, the two tunes have different tempos, but that too was solved. Just jive faster. They looked great, moved seamlessly, and the crowd loved it. So their triple 9s and the series' first 10 was completely deserved. Number 3. Mary Poppins returns with a Charleston, Kelvin Fletcher and Oti Mabuse.
Leary's trip the lights and lead the way.
In the movies, a sequel rarely surpasses the original, but in the case of Strictly's Movie Week dancers, sometimes the spin-off can surpass the sequel. Nor was that truer than with Kelvin and Oti's Charleston, to the tune of Trip a Little Light Fantastic from Mary Poppins Returns. It seems this number has been sadly forgotten in favour of the more spectacle-heavy routines of late. But But this springing, sprightly Charleston is one of the highest ever scorers in Strictly's third week event history. It gained a whopping 2 9s and 2 10s, giving Fletcher his second top place in the series, following week 1. No surprise, but Kelvin would win Series 15. Oti Mabuse clearly gets her dancing shoes from Midas. Number 2. Half a sixpence worth of Charleston, Tyler West and Diane Buswell.
All lined up in a wedding group, here we are for a photograph.
We've already talked about the American flavour inherent to the Charleston. The dance, named after the South Carolina town, has international appeal, of course, but applying it to a distinctly British routine was quite inspired. David Henneker's music for the Kent set Half a Sixpence is as flash bang wallop as the song title suggests, and is as flamboyant and energetic that a 60s music gets.
And as he climbed the orchard wall to reach his lady fair, as he tumbled she began to bawl and travel.
Of course, that makes it a perfect fit for Strictly, as Tyler West and Diane Buswell proved, with their high-kicking, thigh-slapping Charleston earning them a near-perfect score from the judges, 2 9s and 2 10s for 38. However, it was a score they'd never be able to beat, as they were the 7th couple eliminated from the 2022 series.
Stick it in your family, stick it in your family, in your family. How about...
Number 1. A swashbuckling paso doble of the Caribbean, John Waits and Johannes Radabe. For 2021's Movie Week, our top pick was just 1 point shy of maximum, with 39. Bake Off winner John Waits and pro partner Johannes Radabe's swashbuckling bonanza of a paso doble to He's a Pirate stands out for double big reasons. Most obviously, they're the first male partnership in Strictly's history. The second, well, they got creative with their dynamic and looked to previous years, namely Peter Andre's 2015 dance. Unlike most of the other entries, Pirates of the Caribbean doesn't have an established dance scene to take inspiration from. Instead, they interpreted the sword fight between Will and Jack into dance, turning the routine into fierce combat, all through precise cooperation. And, in the end, they got that elusive 40, reprising the routine for the final. With Strictly Come Dancing's 22nd series on the screens, who do you think should walk away with the Glitterball trophy? Let us know in the comments below.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.